Today in Madden 23, I am doing a fantasy draft with Hall of Fame players, legends, and current day NFL superstars. The goals for this team are as follows. Draft an award-winning player, draft the league's MVP. My team needs to make the playoffs, win the championship game, and win the Super Bowl. Can we get 1,000 likes on this video? This is the all-time NFL draft with all types of legends, Hall of Famers, current day players. We have pick number 18 in this fantasy draft, and we're taking a look at some of the players that are available. We have guys like Devontae Adams, current player, Joe Montana, all-time great, Tom Brady, prime 99, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, Peyton Manning, John Elway, Cooper Kupp, Zach Martin, Aaron Rodgers back in his prime, just to name a few. I'm going to make about 12 to 13 picks in this draft, skip to the regular season, jump into some games, and then we're going to see if we go win the Super Bowl. Now, obviously, every position is going to be stacked. Just look at the quarterbacks. We're at pick 18, and still Brady's available. Montana, Rodgers, Elway, Manning, Favre, Breeze, Marino. It's absolutely stacked. Take a look at the wide receivers here. We have Devontae, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Cooper Kupp, Calvin Johnson's here, Megatron, D-Hop in his prime, Diggs, Larry Fitzgerald, Terrell Owens, Michael Irvin. So many great players. But even in a stacked draft with a lot of good quarterbacks, I'm trying to win the MVP award, and I think a guy that has a really good chance to do that is Aaron Rodgers. He's in his prime. I know it says 38 years of age, but he's a 98 overall with the superstar X factor. And when you have that franchise QB, you pair him up with an elite wide receiver, and take a look at some of them on the board. The greatest wide receivers of all time: Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson. Like I said, T.O. was down there, D-Hop, Larry Fitzgerald. But how do I not go with Randy Moss? Welcome to the team to play with Aaron Rodgers. Now, normally in the draft, I would go ahead and I would look at the offensive line and try to pick some of the best available, because when you have the regular rosters, you don't have great players. But take a look at the left tackles here. Trent Williams, Anthony Munoz. We have so many great, Tyron Smith, so many great left tackles. I think I could wait a while for this, which is why my attention is drawn here to the best available players, and they rate JJ Watt the third overall player left, and I think that's a good decision. So that's where I'm going. I'm picking JJ Watt. I think JJ won what, 3 defensive player of the years? That might have been in a row. I know he definitely won 3 defensive player of the years. He's on the team. When my pick came back to me, I looked at the wide receivers again, and Jerry Rice is still here. I have a chance to combine Moss, Rodgers, and Rice. I'm doing it. And welcome to the team. They had a projected 208, which makes absolutely no sense. Now I will go ahead and take a look at the corners. I think I'm going to go with Charles Woodson. So I have gone ahead and picked Charles Woodson. But I was just taking a look at the best available players, and obviously there's a ton of great ones still available, but for some reason, I don't know why, Lawrence Taylor is still here in round 6. So obviously I'm going to go ahead and pick LT. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to look at the tight end spot. We got Gronk, Tony Gonzalez, Mike Ditka, Shannon Sharp, Antonio Gage, Jimmy Graham. But I think I'm going to go with Shannon Sharp. Shannon Sharp, one of the best tight ends of all time. Big Undisputed fan, so I had to go ahead and pick Shannon Sharp. I want to go ahead and add a strong safety and take a look at who's available. Troy Polamalu. That's where we're going. And that was a good pick. He was projected 224, and we got him at 239. This draft is so stacked, top to bottom, that somehow I think we're in the 9th round, and guys like LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Faulk, Jim Brown are still available. But I already picked one LT, so we're going to add the offensive version with LaDainian Tomlinson. Top overalls are finally coming off the board. I'm going to make 3 more picks. So I'm going to go back to the corner spot. We got Patrick Peterson. I see Richard Sherman out there. Ty Law. Not sure who I'm going to pick yet. But I decided to go a little piece of the Legion of Boom, and I decided to go with Richard Sherman here. So I'm looking to get a free safety here with one of my last 2 picks, and obviously the late great Sean Taylor has to be on the team. Welcome Sean Taylor to the Giants. So this is my last pick, and I'm looking at the names available, and you have guys like Walter Payton still here, which is crazy. Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell, Mike Haynes. But then I look at this guy, Terrell Owens. We have Rice. We have Moss. How am I not going to pick T.O.? And the final pick I'm going to make in this draft is Terrell Owens. And here's the offense after the draft. Obviously, the guys we picked were super high overall. We have Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, and T.O., LT, Shannon Sharp, and Aaron Rodgers. The offensive line could definitely use some more. Our defense absolutely stacked. JJ Watt, Lawrence Taylor, Charles Woodson, Richard Sherman, Troy Polamalu, Sean Taylor, just to name a few. So I'm just taking a look at some of these players here that are on different NFL teams, because all these teams, like I said, are going to be absolutely stacked. And you can just take a look at the names, take a look at the teams that they're on. This is spread throughout. We have a lot of great players. I think we have a really good team, but there's a lot of great players on a lot of these NFL teams. But here we go in week 1. We're jumping in with Aaron Rodgers. And what was that? We are going to pretend that that did not happen. And I also want to address the draft really quickly. So I know some of you in the comments are like, how is LT dropping in the 6th, 7th round? stuff like that. The roster I downloaded did not give every single player abilities and dev traits, so I have to imagine that's why some of them fell in the draft. I did not make this roster. I downloaded it. I'm going to show you all how to get this roster at the end if you're interested in downloading it, but I think that's why some of these legend players are like 98, 99 overalls. We're dropping like T.O. I don't know how we got him in the 12th round, but I think that's why. But anyway, let's get back to the game here. Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what that was on the first play of the entire year. A pick 6. That is insane. But now Rodgers loading up. He's looking for Jerry Rice, and that's going to be incomplete. Let's see if LT can get this first down, keep the drive going. No, he cannot. But when you have an offense like this, you're staying on the field on 4th and 1. They give it to LT. And another turnover. After halftime, though, it is a tie game. Titans take the lead. The Titans actually have Drew Brees, so they're a really good team. And I don't know if we're even going to win this game. 21-24. We run out of time, and we lose the first game of the season. Somehow, this is not going the way I anticipated. I thought I drafted a great team. I have Lawrence Taylor, J.J. Watt, Charles Woodson on the same defense. On offense, I have all 3 of the best 3 wide receivers, in my opinion. T.O., Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. And we're 3 and 4 with Aaron Rodgers. Gotta be the Aaron Rodgers curse. He's thrown for 1,900 yards, 8 touchdowns, 1 pick. Daniel Tomlinson, 583 for 8 touchdowns. All 3 receivers and Shannon Sharp over 300 yards receiving through 7 games. We should be way better. And my team barely squeaked into the playoffs at 9 and 8. The Raiders went 12 and 5 to tie the Patriots for first in the AFC. And the Panthers were basically first place in the NFL the entire season. Rodgers picked it up in the second half, I guess. He wasn't as efficient. The passing yards were better, but definitely not an MVP season with all these great all-time quarterbacks in the league. Almost 5,000 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, 8 picks. Daniel Tomlinson also slowed down, 1,254 yards and 13 touchdowns. He did have 3 1,000-yard receivers in Moss, Rice, and T.O., but none of them are going to win Offensive Player of the Year. And even defensively, we underperformed. J.J. Watt, 11 sacks, but Lawrence Taylor had 2 sacks. Troy Aikman wound up finishing the year probably as MVP with almost 6,000 passing yards. He was 200 short, 47 touchdowns, 15 picks. Dan Fouts behind him, Brady, Roger Staubach, and Steve Young. In a league with all-time running backs, Nick Chubb leads the league in rushing yards. AJ Green, back in his prime, leads the league in receiving yards with almost 1,850. Calvin Johnson behind him, Keenan Allen, Wes Welker, and Tyreek Hill. Panthers had Mean Joe Green with 25.5 sacks. Good case for Defensive Player of the Year for sure. Derek Stingley Jr., the rookie, led this league or tied for the league lead in interceptions with Jerome Baker and Stephon Gilmore in his prime. All right, Rodgers, we got to run the table against Seattle, who have Patrick Mahomes. I have no idea how this team underperformed so badly. With the 3 best wide receivers of all time, there's Jerry Rice making a catch. It'll all be worth it if we win the Super Bowl, though. Lawrence Taylor, though, with 2 sacks. Make that make sense. Maybe people were right to let him fall in the draft because of the dev traits. I don't know what happened from only to have 2 sacks. He's a 99 overall. But Aaron Rodgers, play action. Let's just focus on winning the Super Bowl now. Who is he going to hit? I can't see the jersey number. I think that's Shannon Sharp. He's wearing 87. I did say while we were drafting, though, I know it was going to look easy. We had a lot of great players, but anybody could win this when every team's filled of all-time greats. 3rd and 1. Play action. Rodgers off the edge. Pressure, but it doesn't matter. Jerry Rice performs in the playoffs with a touchdown. Mahomes is just unstoppable, isn't he? 38-17. 38-24. Hold on. Hold on, we have a chance to come back. Rodgers decided to show up in the 4th quarter. X Factor is ready to go at the 44-yard line. A 7-point game. Plenty of time. Jerry Rice again in the playoffs. 3rd and 9 from the 48. It's 4-down territory. Just take what you can get. Oh, he was looking for... Who's wearing 83? I'm not sure. Rodgers was looking for a prime Josh Gordon on that play. This could be the year right here. 4th and 9. Down 7. You do have 3 timeouts, but you really want the first down here. Or go for it all. And you get it all to Randy Moss. Down to the 3.
A few moments later.
What a throw on 4th down for the season. What a play by Rodgers. And then he's picked. This would be a disappointing end to the season. Will Rodgers have a chance to get the ball back? Not sure how much time's left. 29 seconds. Can he drive down the field? No, he can't. But we are going to go ahead and jump into the Super Bowl, and it's between that Panthers team and the Ravens. All right, let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Sadly, we didn't make it. We didn't even make it out of the first round of the playoffs, but let's see who wins it. Warren Moon, the QB for the Panthers, completes that to Mike Evans, I believe. Lost this first offensive drive. Then we're going to go ahead. We're going to super sim it to the end. If it gets close, we jump in for the key moments. But it's Panthers or Ravens who are going to take home the Lombardi. They have on 3rd and 7 from the 48-yard line. Oh, here comes the blitz. Moon, pressure, he's gonna have to throw it away. Real quick, everyone, before we get back into the video, only about 4% of the people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. If you're enjoying the content you're seeing, make sure to subscribe to the channel, but let's get back into the video. Panthers get the first score. They were the best team all year. Can they finish it all? 14-7. 14-7 still, tie game. Also a tight one. 21-14 Ravens. 24-14 Ravens. It's 2nd and 7. If the Ravens get another first down, I believe they should have it. Timeouts will be off the board. Can Josh Allen convert one first down to win this for the Baltimore Ravens? They're going to run it. Forgot who their running back is. Who is their running back? Their running back is Frank Gore. Frank Gore in his prime. That's pretty cool. They might have two good running backs, but the one that just had the ball is Frank Gore. This time it's Josh Allen. He keeps. And that's game. And that does it. The Baltimore Ravens have won the all-time fantasy draft Super Bowl. And here comes the Lombardi Trophy. Josh Allen, a current QB, who will probably go down as one of the better QBs of all time. We'll see if he can have some playoff success for himself. He's got a lot more years. But for this all-time fantasy draft, he's a Super Bowl champion for the Baltimore Ravens. So Ravens fans, you got to be happy. And Bills fans for Josh Allen. And for those of you who are curious about the awards for this year, Deshaun Watson, who was on the Vikings, takes home NFL MVP. For some reason, Matt Rule always wins Coach of the Year. He's not even a coach in the NFL anymore. AJ Green, Offensive Player of the Year. Mean Joe Green takes home Defensive Player of the Year. Marshall Faulk, Rookie of the Year. Doesn't really matter because obviously they're not rookies. And Mean Joe Green, Defensive Rookie of the Year. That's gonna do it for the video, everyone. If you enjoyed it, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new. In the comments down below, let me know what challenge, what video do you want to see next. Peace.